I'm sitting there like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reginald Mathis, and rocking with me is my brother, Wild Man Teddy T, a.k.a. Baron Theo Mound-builder.
What's going on, everybody?
Chilling, man. Just witnessing this coronation. Y'all know what the coronation is, Hot Wheels?
No, not really.
Coronation versus an inauguration. Know the difference? An inauguration is when you come in based on, voting. And the coronation is when you come in based on royalty. Like the king. The king. So we are witnessing the coronation of King Donald John Trump the First. We're witnessing it. We are seeing by way of the Republican National Convention that's taking place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We are seeing the coronation of Donald J. Trump, bro. Everybody, yesterday it was about former rivals coming in to kiss the ring. Everyone who was running against them, they all had to come yesterday. They all came yesterday. All came in, bowed their head, leading in chants and cheers. Donald Trump, man, is having like religious experiences, bro.
That's what they're saying.
They up there, bro. Like really,
God has ordained.
They really
Donald Trump.
Really own that, man. They really own that, bro. They really own that, and it all culminated with Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, who said the man was unhinged. Nikki Haley, who said, he, basically can't win. That, he's lost a step. Everything that you can say. She came in yesterday and threw her full support behind King Donald John Trump the First. It's the king. It's the king. It is what it is, bro. I don't know. I couldn't even watch it yesterday, bro. Like I couldn't hear the sound. Like I heard some of the sound, and I just put it on mute. But I just had to see the images just in case something looked interesting to turn it up, bro. I couldn't, man. It was just want to throw up, man. It was just, bro. The level of butt kissing, man, was just too much, man. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe not enough for Sukiyani, but for most people, it was just too much butt liquid. They was in there. Ted Cruz, they had a call and response, man, where he basically blamed, Joe Biden. His thing was, his call and response was every damn day. And he'd go in there and, cost of this, the cost of that. This is happening. Then they going every damn day. And he'd go in there, blah, 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 blah. And then after a while, the crowd, they get it. So they in there every damn day. Right? It's just sick to my stomach, the level of just hypocrisy, man. And then when I saw Governor Brian Kemp from Georgia, who, I thought he was like the last bastion of traditional Republican conservatism, bro. No, man, he was there in line. It's like, man, it's looking bad for your man, bro. It's looking bad. It's looking bad for your man. It's looking bad for your man. I just hope we aren't looking back And just like this was the time where we knowingly gave it up. We knowingly gave it up. So there you go. Um, Step, you go ahead and take us, man. I'm just, I, I'm trumped out, man.
Trumped out.
I'm trumped out, bro.
Too
Trumped out.
soon. It's too
Trump,
soon.
bro.
We're just getting started.
Bro, it ain't even get. We haven't even. We haven't even reached the climax yet, bro.
At all.
We hadn't even reached the climax because he hadn't, gone up there. He's just bringing it all in.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me all the love. Just give me all the love. Just bring it, bring it, bring it, bring it. And
new video from the crowd with a different angle of the attempted assassination on
of a better week to have than what this man had, and a worse week. He got the classified documents case dismissed, from the judge that he appointed down here. You know what I mean? So she tossed that. And then Governor Kemp, man, he was talking about, because Fannie Willis tricking.
That's right.
That, he blamed her that they can't even bring that. And now he's like, man, it's all politically motivated. He even saying that now.
Yep.
It's all politically motivated. So it's a chance that Kemp might pardon.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
he is
Kemp
already.
He may pardon. So that's what I heard. That's what I heard. That, hey, you know what? If he gets elected, he done said the code word. It's all political. So he get the code. Sounds like, especially with the Supreme Court decision. Remember, the Supreme Court decision a couple weeks ago gave absolute immunity when carrying out presidential responsibility or power, regardless of if it's right or wrong. If you, as the president, are calling as the president on whatever it is, it's like what Richard Nixon said. When he said it, everybody was like crazy. It was like, is it criminal? He said, when the president does it, it's not criminal. That's what Richard Nixon said, and everybody said, man, you crazy. But Richard Nixon said, when the president does it, it's not criminal. And everybody's like, man, you crazy. Yeah, he said it, but they convinced him. They convinced him back then, man. They said, bro,
we're not ready.
Resign.
We're not ready yet.
Stand down, bro.
We're not ready for that yet.
And then he just went on there and just said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear. But Nixon already said it. He already said it.
Put it in the game.
So Trump, man, to his credit, we got to give credit what credit is due.
In the old Negro spirit, we say, don't hate the player, hate the game. Because he done set his game up like you can't do it no better.
You can't.
You can't do it no better. Judges.
This man that came in, this man came in with over 90 counts. Multiple states, multiple jurisdictions, state and federal, and budgets coming in there dodging raindrops. Man, they're dodging raindrops, bro. You got to give him something for that. You got to give him something for that, bro, because he hadn't come out crying or he hadn't come out, oh, woe is me. He been saying, oh, the fight. And it's all a witch hunt, and it's all a... And everybody falling in line, man. So hopefully it's just a once in a lifetime type situation. Let's go ahead and let the man get in. Let the man get in. And let's just hope.
And hope and pray, huh?
Let's just
hope and pray.
Let's just hope. I was talking to my man the other day. I ain't gonna say what he is, but I was talking to my man the other day, and I was just like, man, so what and it was crazy because it was like I was talking to my dad. You know what I mean? But I'm a dad. When I'm talking to my man, I'm like, bro, what do you think? Hey, where is this gonna leave us? And it was more like, well, for us, we gonna be straight. We gonna continue to be good. But 5 years from now, for the kids, for for the ones that it's gonna be different because it takes with anything. I think it takes a minute to adjust in the process. But I was looking at a homeless man yesterday over at the over on 441 and like gas station on like county line 441. I'm looking at this homeless man and I'm watching him and I'm like, bruh, it's gonna be a lot more people out there because they're gonna be taking cribs, they're gonna be taking homes, they're gonna be foreclosing, it's gonna be a lot of stuff when you reduce government, and if you are not a part of the economy that's going on right now as far as making money, or you got things that's going on, some folks that's gonna be real. It's gonna be a lot of pain, man. It's gonna be a lot of pain, and by the time it gets to, I say around the 5 year mark, folks gonna be looking like, man, how did that happen? Like, let's take it back. This thing has been, started. I go back to Sarah Palin. Sarah Palin in 2008, when she was the running mate for John McCain, she came out there. So we're talking about this environment. We talking 16 years. 16 years. Because when she first came out there, it's like, whoa, what's she talking about? It's like, the difference between a pit bull and a hockey mom? Lipstick. I'm like, man, what's she talking about? And then she's like, yeah, and that bridge to nowhere. I told y'all, keep y'all money. We don't want that money. All that stuff, man. And the senator at the time, Ted Stevens, who had been the long-term senator out of Alaska, bro. You go to Alaska. I've been to Alaska a couple times, bro. Everything is named after this man. The airport, like everything, because this man was going to D.C. and bringing back all the bread for Alaska. So everything was named Ted Stevens. He ended up dying in a plane crash, but he had, got this money to build this bridge. And she was like, I told him to send the money back. We don't want the money. It's like, wow, she talking crazy. And she's just out there, she got her, Eskimo, big guy, husband. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm talking much smack because my big stud over here, with that Eskimo in him, you know what I mean? Todd, he coming, and remember her daughter, like she was pregnant, like a teen pregnant or whatever, like all that going on, and we sitting there looking like, man, this is not. But now, 18 years later, we got Sexy Red, we got Ice Spice, we got Glorilla, we got Megan Thee Stallion, we got all these things, and we had Amber Rose. Can we pull up the Amber Rose?
Amber got busy.
So Amber Rose, man, Amber Rose. For those of you who do not know, Amber Rose. Let it. I think we just passed it. Scroll up past it. Keep. Yeah.
That ain't it.
That wasn't her. Oh no, that's old. That was funny. But no, Amber Rose. Remember, she used to date Kanye West, and then after Kanye West, she went to Wiz Khalifa, and she has the baby with Wiz. Yeah,
there it goes.
She has the baby with Wiz Khalifa, right? And so she spoke opening night, and she bought the house down, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Amber Rose, she's highly intelligent and articulate. She has a white father, and the folks who don't like her, basically be like, well, she came up off black culture. Kanye, Wiz Khalifa, and College Hill, or whatever the reality show she was on, and getting into it with Jocelyn Hernandez and all this stuff where, she doesn't identify as a black woman She identifies as, not the Koblenasian like Tiger Woods, but she identifies herself as, multiracial, multi-ethnic, despite, like I said, like her whole, I haven't seen her transition or make money off white culture. Like everything has been black culture, hip hop, videos, the whole nine. But she's articulate, man, and I kind of clowned the other day. I put the Jay-Z OJ song up there, whatever, man. But I didn't want to get that. I don't want that misconstrued because y'all know I am a registered Republican, right? So I don't want that misconstrued that I'm calling all them folks, Sambos just because they are Republican. Because I certainly don't consider myself to be a Sambo, but Mushmouth there, and once you Google or YouTube Fat Albert Mushmouth, you will never look at Tim Scott the same again. You will never. I cannot see Tim Scott without seeing Mushmouth. Without seeing it. I knew Donald Trump was not gonna pick that man. I'm glad he did not pick that man for his running mate. Because that right there, bruh, he was not gonna get a single vote. He would have got fewer black votes with Tim Scott. Like Trump probably told his man, bro, I get more black votes than you. And he tell the truth. Because your boy Tim Scott gets no cool points at all. And the lieutenant governor for North Carolina, bro, he on some other stuff. He on some other stuff. I'm not familiar with the other two brothers that's on there, but black conservatives is definitely, this is their moment, and I think it's good for the country in that it is not 100% white male over there, because 100% white male over there on that side means it's going to be a civil war. It's going to be a race war. So you need folks over there on the other side if they true believers. If they true believers. And that's the thing, I guess, that I'm conflicted with is that, yeah, you go ahead and rock it, man. I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted with this whole notion of, do we fall in line and just go with Biden, even though Biden, is like a zombie walking. And, bruh, you see how much everything costs, man, bruh? Chicago was crazy. Chicago was crazy. They have a 12% tax in Chicago. 12% on stuff. Gas was like $4.50. I rented a car. Gas was like $4.50. Like $1 more than here. Parking, bro. Parking was $31. I had an Airbnb, so I drove to the convention center every day. $31 to park a day. Like it was just like Chicago, but it's just different, man. And folks is like,
new video from the crowd.
This inflation. Inflation was 1.5% in 2020 when Trump left. 1.5%. Inflation is super high. Going there to get things like bread. I go to Publix sometimes twice a day. Sometimes twice a day, depending on what's going on, whether it's, and bro, sometimes you go in there and get a family pack of wings. It's like $22, bro. And it's like only like between 10 and 12 wings. That's like $22. Man, you coming out with one bag. One bag is like $35. Like one little bag, $35. If you come out with a whole cart, $200. If you come with a whole cart, it's $200. I don't know how many of y'all go grocery shopping, but Look, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be tripping. Give the kids money, bring back your change. No change coming back. None. Get some cookies and some donuts and her juice.
I done got addicted to Uber Eats going to the store for me now. It's Walmart, and I pay my fee that I don't get charged for the delivery. I can't go to the store
They
anymore.
just make it like $50. You got to do $50 now. I just heard that last week.
No, I definitely ain't got that because I just got some. I just got some cupcakes delivered the other day here, and it was only $13.
I just heard, was it somebody? Oh no, it wasn't. It was one of the wholesalers. It was either Costco or Sam's. I think Sam's Club. Sam's Club, because they had free delivery, and they just made it where, they cutting that out now. They're eliminating that. So I think the writing's on the wall, man. I think the writing's on the wall, man. Like, ain't no need to, get in with the losing team. Ain't no need to get in with the losing team, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, yo.
I think this assassination attempt, solidified it.
Bruh, go ahead and go into it, man.
Now you got the evangelicals even more.
Bruh, because, he had just moved his head. He moved his head at the right moment in time. Ain't nobody saying like, well, he caught 2 more people, but it saved him. He's the important guy. He's more important than all of us. That's what these folks is on, bro, which that's the antithesis of America. Like, the whole thing about America is that everybody, their own individualism is supposed to equal that of everyone else's. But bro, now it's not. When you have the king is elevated. The king is elevated. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the guy. He's the big man. He's the guy to come in, Like, beautiful people want to be around him. You know what I'm saying? The hotties. And he's just coming in there and he been saying, man, what I've been telling y'all the whole time. I've been trying to tell y'all the whole time. Y'all finally listening, huh? Y'all finally listening. Now, what's going to happen? Bro, I think his second term, I pray that his second term is better than the first term, in that people not going to have the same, like everything he did, because he proposed it, they fought it. It was opposed. The whole, like, he got impeached twice. Bruh, that's, you know what I mean? Like, they never let the man ride out. They never let the man ride out, bruh. Because they was on him from jump.
Rightfully so.
I mean, because he's an outsider and he doesn't have no inside with anything, and he's pretty much changed the whole setup of what they had.
And I agree with you on that, Teddy. I agree with you. And I think it goes to the point you and your brother were making, is that it doesn't matter, traditional Republican candidate or traditional Democratic candidate. It's all about the deep state. It's all about the institutions and keeping the institutions together. So when you have somebody that comes from the outside, my problem, if you want to say, as an institutionalist, is that when Buddy come in, not knowing what he doing or whatever, and just doing stuff, and it's like, bro, don't do that. You're gonna break this. You're gonna break that. You don't. The experts, Dr. Fauci and all them folks, man, you like, man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Like, my instincts tell me what it is.
I'm telling you, it's like when you watch Trump, it's like you like, this is a Negro. This is a real everything, even what he's doing now. That's what a real ninja would do. That's what every element.
Folks come in there and kiss the ring.
Every element.
We got a whole
you know what
night.
I'm saying?
We got a whole night just for all y'all to come in. I'm just sitting there and talk about, and I'm listening to talk about Like all the stuff you said.
All you said, and now you gotta take it back.
You gotta come in here, you gotta take it back. And I'm just sitting there, and now I'm just sitting there like,
you know, 50 Cent is scheduled this week to perform.
Oh no.
Yes.
He's in Milwaukee.
Yes, he's scheduled.
It's over.
I'm telling you,
it's over now. No man, if you ain't know it was over,
it's over, bro.
It's over, man. It's over. It's over. I don't. I think I'm
youth is what he got out of it. It's the youth. It's to be able to show the people that they're gonna still, because the old politicians have been blocking out the youths. So now Donald comes in saving the game again because now they got one more white dude that has the opportunity to be president, and he's 39. He's a young millennial. He's these kids. He's what they want, you know, and he can set him up to just take him right in 2028. You know, it's
no. I disagree with the last part in terms of what he's saying. He went and got J.D. Vance because J.D. Vance, number one, went to Yale Law School.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, he's a first time senator, so he's a freshman senator.
Clean slate.
Everything.
A clean slate.
That's right.
He's very articulate. You know, he's been killing it the last few months. Like the Sunday shows, watching the Sunday shows, bruh been the smoothest one. He just had to come, from the book that he wrote, Hillbilly something, the name of his book, where he basically called Trump Hitler-like, unhinged. He went off on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
But what he did, he smoothly came back and was like, "Hey, you know what? I bought into the media's lies."
Right. That's what you want to say.
I bought into the media's lies and distortions.
That's what Amber said.
And then I saw for myself like things was better. And so when it was, man, I jumped on board. I had a conversion. Bam, boom. You say that, I jumped like cool.
I feel that the machine is against him, and even with this shooting, it's a lot of just it's crazy because number one, when they shot him, they still exposed him. Like they didn't follow the protocol of what they would do to take him to where, like they already knew that the shooter was, shut down. They left him exposed. They didn't cover him up all the way to the place, to the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, seeing little things. I'm feeling a little way about that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, in terms of, I saw a interview with a former
Secret Service,
yeah. And she was basically saying, how it goes. They have a control room.
Mm-hmm.
The control room, it has state police, local police, Secret Service. They're not on the same radio frequency. That's why they're all in the same control room. And Secret Service, manpower. She was like, man, there were times I had to go from New York to Montana to fill a spot because they are, undermanned.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come into these situations, they have to rely on
state police,
on other agencies to come in. And so it's like we come in with the sniper unit, but we got, it's a one-man unit, so which is two. I mean, a one unit is two people. I guess the spotter and the other guy that you have. So sometimes she was like the local people had their own sniper or whatever, and it was like, okay, cool, y'all handle over here. So they're saying that the building, even though it was only 3, were supposed to be secured by the local police or whatever. So I guess with these hearings that they're going to hold, they're going to find out, like, how could that happen? And I'm sure somebody's going to have a theory that it came from the top.
The girl.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're going to get her.
Even though Trump's security had been beefed up because of a threat from Iran. There was an assassination threat that was shared with Trump's team as well as Secret Service. So they had already pumped up his stuff. And now Biden just added Secret Service to Robert Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody looking at Biden is, remember what I said with the Supreme Court decision?
Mm-hmm.
I was
Like,
like,
take
yeah,
them
they
out.
playing whatever they playing with,
Mm-hmm.
but they also, Joe Biden is not a stupid guy
Mm-mm.
at all. He's an ambitious guy. Somebody that's been in the hunt for the White House for over 30 years. That's somebody and served under
Mm-hmm.
somebody that
Yeah,
they
with the-
felt they were more qualified than in
Mhm.
Barack Obama. That's a dude, bruh. Do not underestimate
Vendetta.
his ambition.
He's got a
Do
vendetta.
not underestimate his ambition. If you remember those interviews that he gave with George Stephanopoulos and all these other people, he's talking about unless the Almighty God comes down here and say, "Hey, Joey, back up, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
It was like, well, what if, all the polls and all your people are telling you that Kamala Harris has a better chance of winning or whatever, whatever, whatever. He's like, I disagree. I ain't going nowhere. So now we dealing with somebody that's stubborn.
He's stubborn.
He told us in the beginning, I'm doing this for the soul of America. When these guys out there with these tiki torches talking about Jews will not replace us and all this other stuff or whatever, he's like, I got to do it. And I think he's a man that, they told him to announce at the beginning that he was only going to do it for one term.
Mm-hmm.
Told him that in the beginning. And he was like, he teased them.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I'm just not going to say it, but he teasing them. And now the folks is like, man, Adam Schiff, who's running for Senate out in California, former congressman, he got caught saying, man, this we're going to get, he was basically saying this is going to be a massacre. We're going to lose all across the board now with this dude. We're gonna lose all across the board.
And another thing is the guy, one of the security, one of the Secret Service said, "Hey, we have this shooter. Should I shoot?" And the lady said, "No, you have to wait till he shoots at Trump."
Well, I don't agree with that. I don't believe that. What I heard was that because you had local law enforcement who had responsibilities for other areas, that when the person got spotted, they will have to wait on confirmation that they could take them down. Because remember, the guys that's the snipers, you know what I mean? They can't shoot somebody like
unless they've done something.
Because it was like, it could be somebody, you go to a concert or something like that, and the person just climb up to the tree to get a better view, or the person, goes up to get a better view. So it's like, yeah, we see this person,
but that's what it was pretty much.
Like,
we don't know what he's doing.
They need confirmation. It's the same thing in war. Like in war or whatever, like you have spotters, and then you have the folks with the drones, and then you have other folks, like they waiting on the chain of command. Just like when Bill Clinton was the president, they had Osama bin Laden in the scope, in the crosshairs. They had him, and they was just like waiting on the order, waiting on the order to take them out. And how many people wish they had done that, because that was way before 9/11. So I don't know.
As soon as that dude went up on the roof and had an elevated position, I understand they couldn't take the shot.
Somebody
said they should have grabbed him out the way.
A cop went up there, and when he saw him with the gun, he jumped down and ran.
What?
Because
well, it sounds like Uvalde.
It's the same. It's the same thing. Uvalde, they said
you got these cowards out there, bro.
Yeah, and it was a breakdown, and then to me, it's 150 feet away. That's a football stadium and half. And this dude was able 150 yards, yeah. And this dude was able to get a shot off. Like my
multiple shots.
What I'm looking at the kid. He's 20 years old with incredible skills, which means there's a million more like him. Like they've got this kid, and that's why they're not giving out a lot of information. It's really slow coming out about this kid, because that's the scariest part. This kid is 20 years old, and if he's able to shoot that far away and be that precise,
that's not a hard shot.
That's not a hard shot, bro. When you sitting there with the scope and the whole thing, bro, like the military snipers, bro.
But for a 20-year-old,
bro,
for a
your
20-year-old,
vision is better at that age. How
and how does he know? How did he know where to be? How did he know
I don't
where?
understand what you mean about the age, bro. 20 years old is a perfect age.
For training, for somebody to train him, yes, for somebody to train him.
You talking about?
We train twice that distance.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but
and the snipers, how far, like a military special forces sniper can go like a mile, right?
They can go 10 times that. 10 times that.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's a group.
The average military person can train twice that yard, 300 yards.
That's what I'm saying.
AR can hit you 500 yards. That's a $400 gun. That can hit you 500 yards out. He was 150 yards. That's an easy shot.
But so I'm saying, but he has to be under good training. That's what I'm saying. He has to be on extensive training.
He kept failing his little sniper school. He was a failure. Anybody with just an average person can make that.
If they was given that opportunity to take that shot.
Now look, that automatically tells you something. He was a failure. So to me, it's like he could have been a fall guy from the beginning, just to shoot that shot, miss, to bring in all this situation.
I can't take the excuse that we are underfunded when something so elementary. There was only a couple buildings. It's like
3.
How could you not know to cover this?
No, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find.
It's
we may not find out, but they put a lot of stuff in the capsule, and they don't. They don't reveal it 50 years, 100 years, whatever. But don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, bro, if somebody who thought they was doing a favor, for Biden, it was like, we're gonna put a clown in, we're gonna this is the time, like you look through and be like, yo, who are the ones, the Keystone Cops, who are the ones that we can have this perfect storm play out, you know what I mean? And it just seemed like Butler was the perfect storm. It was a perfect storm, but God had other plans, and I think that's what the Republicans are sensing and are dealing with, to say, like, what reason was this man spared? What reason was this man spared? Because it's not going to be that opportunity no more. That opportunity is that's the window. Yeah, that's it. You get one chance. We watch the movie. They're like, man, you get one chance. They had one chance to do that, and that's that, man. That's done. Now it's Melania. Like, everybody had to go to Plan B. You know what I mean? Like, Melania had to go to Plan B. She thinking about the pool boy who she had lined up. You know what I mean? Like, everybody gotta go to Plan B, and that's what all the folks who think they got a political life left, they had to go to Plan B. DeSantis is like, he young, he had to go to Plan B. Let me kiss the ring. This guy's 78 years old, but they all assuming that, hey, we get this guy everything he wants, 4 years, he's gonna go away. We just gonna say, you're great, you're great, you're great, not knowing that this man ain't going nowhere.
The last president.
He ain't going nowhere.
And then it says now his new slogan is "Make America Safe again." And guess what that breaks down? Guess what that breaks down?
Racial profiling.
Massa. Look at it. Make America safe again. That's called Massa.
Stop and frisk and racial profiling.
That's Massa.
And then when you talk about the best 2 weeks for Trump and the worst weeks for the Democrats, Senator Menendez in New Jersey, he just lost the trial. And we was already talking about how he blamed his wife. You know what I mean? Like, man, I don't know what she doing.
She was
tripping. All right. Now they trying to get him to step down, bro. Yeah. What is that? Oh, man, Biden. We don't need to hear Biden, man.
what a black job is.
It's
the vice president.
Vice President Barack Obama. You don't even call him President of Barack. Man, he called the man Barack. That's a sign of disrespect. You know, and the billionaires inside it. When the last time we seen the billionaires come out of the shadows to come out and support somebody, let alone the Republican candidate? Elon Musk has pledged $45 million a month. 45 million a month. 45 million a month, bro.
I think with Trump coming into his second term, I think usually presidents come to their second term, you really know what their real agenda is. The first term they be on kiddie wheels. They worry about
he's gonna file, coming toward the end of his second term, he's gonna file something that, says, hey, some scholars say I can go for another term. I just couldn't serve 3 in a row. He's gonna pull something, and the court, what are they gonna do? Because they got something on all of them. Bro. Thomas out here being straight up owned by a billionaire. The man done bought a house for his mama. You know what I mean? The guy sitting on the Supreme Court.
Yep.
This billionaire done bought the house for the mom, flying this man in private jets everywhere, taking him on hunting trips and all kind of stuff right here, bro. And here's his agenda. And they were just showing how this man's never voted against this man's agenda at all, what it is. And then you got Alito, flying, all kind of flags and whatnot. And wife is out there, she's getting caught being recorded, saying stuff, getting into it with neighbors and all this other stuff. And, it's sick, man.
It's a breakdown.
When you think about it, it's just, people are just like, all right, man, okay. But the problem is, anytime you think you can predict behavior, human behavior is inherently unpredictable. Because, folks like Teddy already been off the grid. They've been off the grid. So, the fact that they've been off the grid, you know what I mean? It's like folks is going to maneuver, reposition themselves. Think about this, man. Take it all the way back to the time of enslavement. They had a whole network, the Underground Railroad, a whole network of people and houses, no internet, getting things.
Just to meet them and go.
Getting things done and passing messages and stuff like that. Just, so this, what we going into, man, is really, I don't know, because technology and AI, all these things is developing at the same time. At the same time, technology is becoming, and I heard something else, and from what we just said with these billionaires, which is that there's a new form of government. A new form of government is like the NGOs, non-governmental organizations, global companies that do business globally, like Elon Musk. He's out here really, he's like the Trump of
the world,
of industry, because this man, now that he, is like, why this man buy Twitter? So now he controls X and Twitter, and he's coming out with all these unpopular things. He did it different than Bill Gates. Bill Gates, when he got all the money, I think he realized at some point, it's like, yo, you get all this money, and money is coming in ways that, hand over fist, like you can't even count it anymore. You must do something publicly to show that you're not just sucking up all the wealth in the world. So it's like, okay, we're going to feed all of Africa. We're going to donate all these computers that require that run on solar. We're going to do all these things. We're going to do all these things for good. And we're not going to come out and say anything publicly. Like, we're not, my wife and I, we're going to be philanthropic, and we just going to come out and say things every once in a while. Elon Musk is like changed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna speak my mind, and now not only am I gonna speak my mind, but I got positions that y'all don't. And this DEI thing.
Now he's an alien.
He's the head of it.
He's an alien now. He's like, I'm an alien, and you guys are gonna see what I'm talking about. That's where he's at now. These guys are all, but that's the whole thing from the beginning. Like the NGOs, it came into a place to be for self-government. Because like I have a civil society, a part of the United Nations. I've had it for like 7 years now, and that's the element of just being able to sustain groups of people. Like they had a whole plan that where now the NGOs are considered to be the new elements of saving different people because of the elements that they're putting together to be the savior for different people in different areas, so that's already been a plan since I think in the 2000s they came up with that plan. I finally got into it, and I was able to get into it in like 2013. And it's just global being able to be globally is where you're thinking that, because that's where we're lost out. We don't have this international element as people, and it's the global is moving, technology is moving, but we're not moving as a people.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, man, to
Kobe's dad,
Jelly Bean, Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. Kobe Bryant's dad passed away at 69. So when you start seeing like them selling memorabilia and stuff that they had, within the last 6 months after the wife, cut them off and whatnot, now I guess you see, like, he was grown, I guess is what his folks was saying. It's like he's grown, even though the dad exposed them to it all and his family exposed them to it all, playing professional basketball, living in different places and allowing him to do stuff. But by him marrying so young and marrying the young lady, and because the family didn't agree to it, the parents didn't agree to it, they shunned the parents. Mm-hmm. And now that he's gone, she's in control. So just like Elvis and Priscilla, Elvis died, Priscilla, sitting there, a young lady, she, getting her groove on. And yeah, man, 69 passed away. And then the judge, bro, we told you, it's only a matter of time.
Oh, he got removed.
Glanville removed.
Yes.
Young Thug's case.
That's right. He messed up.
Remember, we was talking about the meeting that guy was, held his. I mean, he doubled down on that because he held the man's lawyer in contempt and sentenced him to 30 days, a week in jail.
Yeah.
It's like, tell me who told you that. No, did it happen?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's no reason. No excuse. Like, what was this man thinking? What was this judge thinking where he's going to have a witness and the prosecutor without the defense knowing, and you're in the middle of a trial? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure maybe, for his sake, but it's almost a year going down the drain, and they're going to ask for a bond.
Yeah, now they got an opportunity to make it work.
They're gonna ask for a bond now, because now the whole case, you got to start the whole case over and all that. This man been sitting in there for all this time. So, that's it for him, man. That's it for him.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, man. The brother just the way
the way he handled that.
Like the way he handled.
Yeah, he handled that. They didn't do that right.
Yeah. What is this? Oh man, yo, this guy right here. Yeah, man, they have him walking. You should have the videos on this, man, for folks in Orlando. Yeah, this is the dude right here that's accused of, getting this 13-year-old. They found all kind of stuff, in his possession. Look at him, man.
He's a weirdo.
Like,
he looks like a weirdo.
Yeah. Said they believe she was on her way to visit friends in another building, and this guy attacked her, allegedly attacked her.
We have a guy that did that on the beach last night. The girl was skating. They came up behind her and choked her out and drug her in the bushes and raped her. They're looking for him now.
Yeah. So yeah, man, here about 3 southern states, man, you can now get bullets out of vending machines. You know,
in
Chris
Texas,
Rock, remember Chris Rock used to have a part of his skit when he was talking about, reducing gun violence. He was like, you need to charge like $1,000 a bullet. That'll keep people from just whatever, but it's so inexpensive now to go. So I don't disagree with this. The only thing is how do they, I guess you got to put your driver's license in or something, or your whatever.
It's facial
keep it
detection.
From kids.
Facial detection ID scanner.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, we done did all the Trump guy, the weirdo guy. Yeah, we already went that one last week. T.I. knew. Young brother from the Ravens died. They say how yet? All the tattoos, man, like the Trump tattoo, man, is just, 50 Cent. Oh, yeah, the NFL. Oh, yeah, that story above that. Let's do that story, man. This for our folks locked down and watching us on video mix. Yeah, man, this lady right here, bro. You got to let this play. You got to let it play, bro. Y'all better find y'all one. My brothers and sisters locked down in Orlando and Tampa. Y'all better find y'all one.
So I'm feeling inspired from that lady that picks up dudes in jail and stuff. So guess what I'm doing today? Shit, I figure I'd get me one too. Why not? Why the hell not? Everything else has failed. This probably gonna fail too. Only one way to find out. Picked one out in the paper. Today's his release date's coming out in 15 minutes. I got his clothes right here. Actually, they're my son's clothes. Hopefully they fit him. Well, I guess we'll find out. See what he looks like. All right. God, now I know how she feels just sitting here waiting. I got like 4 minutes until he comes out.
That's inspirational.
Pound.
That's inspirational.
Don't blow it like you blow everything else. Don't do it, Liz. Don't do it. Okay, stop talking to yourself. Stop talking to yourself.
She's ready to go to Pound Town.
The adrenaline that's going.
Buddy come out.
Earlier with your shoe. Oh.
Hello.
Walk normal.
Like a 20-count motherfucker.
Yeah, you can't sneak on nobody.
No,
That's right.
6.5 hours later.
Ah!
No.
Hey, do it again, by the way.
That's big. That's big right there. Oh my God.
Get you a mail order. Get you a mail order, man. So I'm getting excited for the Olympics, man, because it's so dry right now, bro. I ain't been watching no baseball. I don't be watching that soccer.
You ain't watched the Summer League in Vegas?
Man, no. I tried, man.
They had that dude from the Heat. The Heat got a good player that he's been killing them.
Okay.
He's been killing them, boy.
So you'd say so, Teddy. I'm gonna check it out. What about the WNBA? What they on?
They get ready to do the All-Star game. The girls, everybody's still doing their thing. Angel Reese and Caitlin still lead. They both got on the All-Star, and Caitlin has made the other girl, the center. She got on the All-Star game this time too.
Okay. Oh, the Gigi or Fifi or Javo or whatever.
The girl, I forgot the girl name.
The big girl who played for South Carolina.
No, she's on. She's doing good too. But the girl
with
that
Reese.
Yeah, she's with Reese. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Brittany? The one that was in jail in Russia.
The girl, she's on the team with
Brittany
Caitlin.
Griner?
She's on the team with Caitlin. She's the center.
Okay, Indiana lady.
She's got her in the.
What's this right here? I can't. Oh man, bro. Did y'all catch this on the news, man? Man, you gotta see this if you ain't see it, bro. This lady right here crashed. I know, don't she like a stripper? Like she crashed at Popeyes. It was like, I can't go to jail.
Oh, yeah, she got out of there.
You gotta turn it up. The cool thing
This woman seen here allegedly crashed her BMW convertible into this Popeyes off of Northwest 54th Street and 7th Avenue Sunday around 7 in the morning. It's the conversation that followed this serious accident that has a lot of people, shocked.
Where do I go?
Huh? You want to ride with me? I got my own way.
Yeah, bet. Can you get me out of here, please?
Get you out of here?
Yeah. I can't get charged for that.
We're going to get charged for that.
Come on. I gotta go. You gotta wait?
She then appears to answer her phone and say this.
Hello? Yeah, I just crashed. I gotta call you later. I gotta go. Bye.
And throughout this entire minute-and-a-half video, you see and hear bystanders telling her to run off.
You better run, leave the car. Run, leave the car.
Who's filming?
Come on, leave the car.
Somebody
Police
with
telling Local 10 that there were no serious injuries reported in this crash, but as for the woman at the center of this now viral video.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it for real. So I cannot go to jail. I can't. I won't last it.
She has been cited for driving too fast for conditions and careless driving.
I got my own way.
Yeah, bad. Keep.
Herman K. He gonna thank me the way Herman K. asked the lady to thank him, Mr. 999.
That's crazy.
Tell me, yes, he got me a nice hotel and asked me where I was staying, and then he upgraded me to a suite, and then we rode by the hotel. We was out there, and he says, "How do you like the room?" I said, "Oh, Mr. Kane, it's very nice." And then he was like, "How do you like the room?" And that's when Mr. 999, rest in peace, Herman Kane, one of the first COVID casualties. I wonder what he would be doing right now if he was still in it. But yeah, that was from 2016. And old Ben Carson, I saw him give an interview yesterday. Ben Carson, bro, he don't raise his voice. It's like he's so mellow. He was just sitting there like, hey, I hope so. Like he don't get it. He's, hopefully he gets rewarded, man. Like no more of these HUD jobs and whatever Amoroso job was, man. It's like you are the black woman in chief. Like you're over all the black women in socials. Like, can we get some real jobs? Can the brother, can he get a real job? Make him the secretary. If he was just over HUD, right, and he stayed the whole time, do you put him back over HUD? Or do you now make him Secretary of the Interior, maybe? You know what I mean? Like,
it might be
not
right.
just HUD, dog. Like, let Ben Carson, you know what I mean, be deuce.
We need him there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, let Ben Carson, let's lobby for that, man. But this is get ready. I'm not voting for him.